This podcast contains strong language and discussions about relationships, sex, and love. It may not be suitable for younger listeners. This is the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast, and I am Nick Selena. Hi, it's me. Welcome back. Hello, it's me. Today we are going to talk about toxic relationships, which I feel like is my favorite topic. No. Narcissism's my favorite topic, shortly followed by toxic relationships, shortly followed by sex. Sex. Today's episode is called Toxic Relationships. Your firefighter is also the arsonist. Now, I feel like, oh, she's toxic, he's toxic, my ex was toxic, the relationship was toxic. It's just this buzzword we throw around at the moment. It's become trendy, as has red flags. Like, what's his red flags? How did you not see his red flags? Have you seen any green flags? And of course, narcissism became very topical as well. It's trended like, oh, he's such a narcissist. But these things are based on reality, and things are usually so much more deeper than these throwaway comments and conversations. So I really want to deep dive into a toxic relationship. And the reason why I've said your firefighter is also the arsonist is because that, for me, so aptly sums up how fucking damaging and cyclical toxic relationships are and why people don't leave. Because that's what makes a toxic relationship, is when you don't leave. So it's very easy to say from an outsider, like, oh, I don't know why you didn't leave after she did this to you. I don't know why you stayed. Okay, you wanted to leave back then, but you spent another year together. I don't know why you didn't leave back then. Or if I saw that behavior, I would have left, right? It's so easy as an outsider to do this. However, when you're in it and you're in that relationship, chances are you're in love. Not many of us are in relationships where we don't love someone. You love that person, and you love them for qualities that perhaps they showed at the beginning, or perhaps you love them for qualities you've experienced along the way. And without you knowing it, things have grown into toxicity, but you're still hoping for the good stuff to come back. And that is what keeps us all there. We want the person we fell in love with to come back. And we are terrified that the person we fell in love with, if we let this toxic person go now, that someone new, gets all the good shit. We don't want that either. So we stay because we know it's there. We can have it. Those memories are not lies, they're memories. But also the reason we stay is because the person causing the fire is the person that puts it out for you. Let's just focus on that for a moment. So yeah, many, many times in my many relationships which did not end well, I would be so distraught by things they've done to me. And yet all I'd want was a cuddle from him. I would be crying my eyes out. And I just want him to cuddle me. Do you see how toxic that is? He's the arsonist. He's cheated on me. He's lied to me. He's betrayed me. He's broken the family home. And yet, to get my comfort and calm me down and to get my love and grounding, I go to him. I need him to cuddle me. I need him to tell me everything's going to be okay. I need him to tell me he loves me. And it will all go away and it will all get fixed. He's both the arsonist and the firefighter. And toxic people are actually very good at offering both. deep sighs, because this is a difficult episode, because if you are in this situation, I feel for you so much. And when I left both my narcissists, every time I left them, all I wanted was to be with them. It's all I wanted. And I left them because I knew I couldn't stay. And I knew that they were treating me so badly, but I craved them so much. And all I fucking wanted was for them to come over, ring me up and be like, look, I'm so in love with you. I need you and I want to come over. But I also knew it was the worst thing to do. It's like you open the door to the firefighter and then the next day you wake up next to the arsonist. And that's how cyclical it is. And how do you get out of that? You know, the person who starts the fire is the person who puts it out. And once they put it out, you think, okay, we're going to be okay now. We're going to be okay. This is good. We're fine. And they start another fire. Because it's who they are. You understand that? The arsonist is that because that's who they are. They start fires. It's like me, right? I'm loud. I'm abrasive. I'm opinionated. I'm hilarious. Obviously, goes without fucking saying. But I say what I think, say how I feel. That's who I am. I will never not be that way. I can be considerate. I can be quiet. I can listen. I can accept when I'm wrong. But I will never, there are moments where I can do that, but I'll never then stop being opinionated, loud, abrasive, bossy, assertive. That is who I am. I can do both. This toxic person is that. They can be loving and kind. They can give you those moments that you'll cherish. They can portray that connection, which is the only thing you want and need. They can give you that security. But they also can fucking burn your whole life down. They can betray you. They can lie to you. They can cheat on you. They can abuse you. They can be physically abusive. They can be emotionally abusive. They can tear you down. They can be insecure. They can be jealous. They can be possessive. They can be controlling. You know, I could go on. But they can be all those things as well. And chances are, if they are any of those things, which causes toxicity in a relationship, they will always be those things. And you may get a period of time where the firefighter comes to the surface and is the predominant role. But that arsonist is always there. So taking my cheating fiance as an example, if I forgave him and stayed, Firefighter would have come into play. In fact, Firefighter would come in straight away. He's buying us new phones. I don't know why that was his fucking priority. It's like, let's shove money at it. Yeah, that'll work. He's offering couples counselling. He was trying his best, as best he could, to fix or make me think it's fixed for me to stay. If I'd said, yes, I will forgive you, Firefighter would have taken the lead for a while. But I can't expect them, that alcoholic to go away, that serial cheat to go away, that pathological liar to go away. That's always there. And there will be a situation where he'd be out at a bar, I don't know, 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, and that little part of him will resurface because it's who he is. It's who he is because he's done it already. And he's done it to me, and the one before me, and the one before me, and the one before me. It's a pattern, it's cyclical, it doesn't change. And that's what I need you to grasp if you are in a toxic relationship, is that person is both. And it doesn't change. Depends at the time which one comes to the surface, right? It also depends on how willing you are to put up with it. So let me tell you this. Some people, I believe, can change. They make mistakes. We are all human. We all fuck up, right? say they cheated on you, or they lied in a really big way, or they stole money, or I don't know, they ghosted you for a bit, or whatever it is that's a displaying a toxic behavior, and you address it, sometimes that can be enough. And then it's done. And you get a good person, and because it was a moment fuck up, right? You forgive and we're all good. That's not really a toxic relationship. That's someone who's made mistakes, regrets it deeply, and you've resolved it together. When it happens again and again, or they display different traits of toxicity at the same time, so not only are they gaslighting you, they're also disappearing at weekends. They're also got two phones and there's another girl on one of the phones, or, you know what I mean? If there's multiple things going on, or the mistake they made that you forgave, they do that again, that's then the toxic cycle. It's a pattern of behavior. Toxicity isn't a one-off issue. It's cyclical. Arsonist, firefighter, puts it out. But starts a fire, puts it out. Starts a fire. Do you understand? We just go round and round and round. You're never going to get out of that unless you just get out and leave. That doesn't stop. They don't grow out of it. They don't change. And that is the difference with toxic relationships versus healthy relationships where someone just fucked up. Also, when it comes to someone fucking up and say, worst thing for me is betrayal, is cheating, I don't forgive. But I know many people that do. And I've heard of many stories of people that do. And I was going to say I commend that. I admire it because I can't. I would not be able to get over it. But I'm also always very sketchy. I have a question mark on that about how much that's been resolved. Is it because you just don't want to lose that person and you say you'll forgive them? But do you drag it on in the relationship? Is there underlying now arguments because of the cheating? Because, you know? But yeah, I do know people who do forgive. I do not forgive. I have deal breakers. That's fucking the main one. Like alcoholism and like the addictions, I was really prepared to just work through that stuff. Emotional manipulation is a no-go, but it's also very hard for you to, if you're the one being emotionally manipulated, for you to register that. But like, definitely have baseline deal breakers, like this is no. And for me, honestly, lying is a deal breaker. And not just lying once or a white lie. Like I said, that's different. That's a human being making mistakes. If you are a pathological liar, which means you lie on repeat all the time, even about shit that's not worth lying about, that's your toxic partner, that's your arsonist ruining the relationship, and that is when you need to get out. So if you find yourself stuck in a pattern where there's this good moments, then this comes up, and good moments, and then really shit moments. If it's so inconsistent, if it's so unstable, and if there's a narrative on repeat that is damaging to you and the relationship, it's a toxic relationship, and the only thing to do is walk away. And I know you don't want to, and I know you love them. I fucking love them so much. Leaving him killed me. But I can't control someone's behaviour. I can't make someone not cheat on me. I can't make someone be honest. I can't make someone prioritise me. I can only hope that they will. And if they show me otherwise, then I can only get my own self-respect to the forefront enough to leave, regardless of how much I love them. And that's how you have to handle your toxic relationship. So have I bummed you all out? I'm sorry, because I know it is quite a serious episode, because I know how damaging and painful and awful and shitty it is, and how much it affects your whole life, your sleep pattern, how much you eat, you don't eat, how do you feel about yourself, all that bollocks. And it's horrible. And I just wouldn't wish it on anyone. I really wouldn't. The mental damage toxic relationships cause is just, awful. I hope this has helped clarify for you if you are concerned that that's what you are in, or perhaps you're at the beginning of a relationship, which sounds a lot like this. And if you are, I'm always here for you. The only way out is to leave. I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but that's the fucking truth. You have to leave. And if you need help or any strength to leave, or you want clarity on your current situation, whether it's toxic or not, please reach out to me. I am on Instagram and TikTok at Nixalina, Nixalina. And thank you very much once again for staying with me for the episode, and I will see you all next week. Thanks for listening to the Can't Keep My Mouth Shut podcast. Produced and hosted by me, Nixalina, and recorded in the Splice Cast Studios in Singapore. I'm available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, and all major podcast listening apps. Do subscribe to enjoy a new episode every Monday evening. Please do give me a 5-star review. It helps other people also find my podcast. For more content and features to read, you can check out my website, Nixalina.com. That's Nixalina.com. I'm also on social media. Simply search at Nixalina, Nixalina, to find me. Don't be shy. Come say hi.